One of the NBA community's favorite things to do is make these subjective rankings and treat them like they're objective, so that's exactly what we're going to do in today's video by ranking the top young dudes in the NBA. So if you guys like my content, make sure you like and subscribe. Let's try to get 32 likes on today's video, and let's hop into it. Okay guys, so the only parameter for this video is you gotta be under the age of 25, and I don't think y'all want me to explain why Gary Clark and Isaiah Hartenstein of the Houston Rockets are the worst young duo in the league due to our parameters, so we are gonna have some categories to narrow down our team pool. The first category are gonna be teams that have a great player like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but the other half of the duo is almost not worth mentioning, making them pretty much unrankable. This is going to include teams like Ben Simmons and Matisse Thybulle of the 76ers, Donovan Mitchell and Emmanuel Mudiay on the Utah Jazz, or D'Angelo Russell and Kevon Looney on the Golden State Warriors. The next category are teams that just aren't really worth spending our time on. That's going to include people like Isaiah Hartenstein and Gary Clark of the Houston Rockets, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Terrence Ferguson of the Oklahoma City Thunder, or Rui Hachimura and Thomas Bryant of the Washington Wizards. Yes, some of these duos include great young players, but they're really hard to rank over each other, so I'm just kind of putting them in the tier. Now we're left with half the teams, and we can begin the rankings at number 15 with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's tough to rank these teams at the bottom, as you have a lot of rookies, and you have to base their value off assumptions. But with that said, we have a solid young duo of 20-year-old Collin Sexton and 19-year-old Darius Garland. I was one of Collin Sexton's biggest critics going into the draft, and I heavily enjoyed my prediction being correct to start the season, but to my surprise, he actually had a great second half of the year and averaged almost 17 points, shooting 43% from the field and 40% from 3. We haven't gotten to see much of Darius Garland, as he only played in 4 games at Vanderbilt, but in that time, he was very impressive, getting 16 points, shooting 54% from the field and 48% from 3. This duo is going to be fun to watch, but that doesn't go without concern, as the Cavs are going to have 2 small guards in their front court that aren't great defenders, that aren't great playmakers, but maybe first-year head coach John Beilein can get it to work. At 14, we have the Orlando Magic's duo of Aaron Gordon and Jonathan Isaac. Aaron Gordon has consistently improved throughout his career and averaged 16 points, 7 rebounds, shooting 45% from the field and 35% from 3 this past season. The Magic have no plans in going into tank mode, and Aaron Gordon is going to be a massive part of their success next season, and I'm excited to see him take another jump. Jonathan Isaac only got 10 points on pretty poor efficiency this past year, but brings a lot on the defensive end, and with continued progress as a shooter, could be someone to be feared. Hopefully we see a bigger role out of Bamba, but we haven't seen enough to put him on this list. At 13, we're going with Justice Winslow and Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat. Winslow took a big jump this season, going to 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists a game, shooting 43% from the field and 38% from 3. Not crazy volume, but is a very solid defender, a very solid playmaker for his position, and I personally expect another big jump this upcoming year. Bam Adebayo went to 9 points and 7 rebounds while showing a lot of potential to be an elite defender. This duo was hard to rank, but their two-way ability and the value we're giving to projections next season ranks them in at number 13. Real quick, I want to pause the video to remind you of my gaming channel. I've been posting on there almost every single day doing rebuilds with a pretty cool series coming up next week, so if you guys want to check that out, it'll be in the top link of the description, and let's get back in the video. At 12, we have the New York Knicks duo of Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. Julius Randle is one of the most underrated young players in my opinion. This past season, he averaged over 21 points, almost 9 rebounds, while shooting 52% from the field and 34% from 3 at just 24 years old. The Knicks got a lot of criticism for their veteran signings this past season, but I actually really like them locking up Randle for 3 seasons, and I also like his fit alongside Robinson in the front court. The second half of this duo is the 3rd overall pick in the recent draft, RJ Barrett. While RJ Brickett didn't finish as that clear number 1 pick like we thought he would be, he still had a great year, getting 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, while shooting 45% from the field and 31% from 3. His well-rounded game projects for a solid NBA career, and for now, I have them at 12. At 11, we're going with Myles Turner and Domantas Sabonis of the Indiana Pacers. Since being traded to the Pacers, Sabonis has solidified himself as a top young forward in the league. Last season, he jumped to 14 points and 9 rebounds and popped in the conversation for 6th Man of the Year. Myles Turner has become a premier shot blocker in the NBA, getting 2.7 a game, while also being a great stretch big, knocking down 39% of his shots from downtown. This group, from the 14th ranked Magic to the 11th ranked Pacers, you can really argue so many different positions. This is what we're going with for now. At number 10, we've got the New Orleans Pelicans duo of Lonzo Ball and Zion Williamson. Now, Brandon Ingram was better than Lonzo last year, but I do expect that to change next season, and with the amount of connected baskets between Lonzo and Zion we'll have, I'm labeling them as the young duo in New Orleans. Lonzo Ball was great from so many aspects of his game, such as defense and playmaking, and while he improved, he's still very underwhelming as a scorer, but but all signs do point to a breakout year. He's out of the bright lights of a LeBron James-led Lakers team and will have the chance to be a true point guard surrounded by walking assists. The latest news surrounding Lonzo is his new jump shot, which I don't want to overreact to, but it does look much more uniform, and I expect a jump in efficiency. Zion Williamson went crazy in his one season at Duke, getting 23 points and 9 rebounds on great efficiency, on his way to becoming one of the most hyped prospects we had ever seen, and the #1 overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft. And with great performances in his first 2 preseason games, there's no reason to expect nothing but a great season from Zion. This is going to be one of my favorite duos to watch next season, and I wouldn't be surprised if they end up higher on this list. Ranking in at number 9, we have JimmerRange and Jaren Jackson Jr. of the Memphis Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson Jr. is exactly what the Grizzlies expected when they drafted him. A versatile defender who's also a solid 3-point shooter, as he shot 36% from 3 this past season. Now, he does need to get his fouls under control, but it looks like his future is going to be bright as a two-way player in this league. JimmerRange shot up the board on his way to becoming the #1 point guard and 2nd overall pick in the recent draft. His incredible playmaking and ability to play above the rim is going to make for a beautiful fit alongside Jaren Jackson Jr., and for now, I'm ranking them at number 9. The Kings duo of Marvin Bagley and De'Aaron Fox are coming in at number 8. De'Aaron Fox broke out in his 2nd season, putting him in the conversation for the most improved player of the year. He went up to 7 points a game, over 7 assists, while shooting 46% from the field and 37% from 3. Bagley dealt with a lot of inconsistency all year, but ended up finishing with a pretty solid season, getting 15 points and 8 rebounds. As Bagley continues to grow as a shooter, he should be the perfect partner in crime for Fox, who's on pace to be one of the NBA's elite point guards. At 7, we're going with the electrifying duo of Trae Young and John Collins. While Trae Young had a scary start to the season, he proved throughout that you can't be too quick to judge, finishing with 19 points and 8 assists a game. Trae Young's clear shooting ability should translate to better efficiency as his career progresses, and this paired with great playmaking gets Hawks fans excited about their future, and rightfully so. You also have John Collins, who emerged in his 2nd season, becoming the perfect pick-and-roll partner to Trae Young, but he also isn't afraid to take it beyond the arc, where he shot at a 35% strike. Next, we have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown at number 6, another team that was hard to rank, and you can make a case that they're too high here, but we know what Tatum is and projects to be as a scorer. This season, he got 16 points, shooting 45% from the field and 35% from 3. Brown is also a solid two-way player who's yet to have that breakout season a lot of people expect, as this season he got 13 points, shooting 47% from the field and 34% from 3. We're obviously giving a lot of weight to these players' future, and if the Celtics take the handcuffs off and focus on this young duo, I think they're in for a bright future. At number 5, I think this is the perfect spot for the Chicago Bulls duo of Lauri Markkanen and Zach LaVine. LaVine gets a lot of criticism for what he brings on the defensive end, but there's no arguing he's a walking bucket, getting 24 points and 4 assists, shooting 47% from the field and 37% from 3. Lauri Markkanen's on pace to become one of the NBA's premier stretch bigs, as in his 2nd season got 19 points, 9 rebounds, shooting 36% from the field on over 6 attempts a game. This duo, along with their other young pieces such as top pick Kobe White, should lead to an exciting future in Chicago. At 4, we have the Minnesota duo of Karl-Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. I don't know if I got you for a second though, but we're really talking about Karl-Anthony Towns and 6th overall pick Jarrett Culver. Karl-Anthony Towns, at just 23 years old, is undoubtedly a top 3 player at his position. This season, he got 24 points, 12 rebounds, shooting an insane 52% from the field and 40% from 3. Jarrett Culver was a great two-way player this past season at Texas Tech, where he got 18 points and 6 rebounds a game. I think having him alongside Robert Covington could really trend this team in the right direction and just might be able to surprise some people next season. Next, we have Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton of the Phoenix Suns at number 3. At just 22 years old, Devin Booker is already a top scorer in the league. This season, he got 27 points a game, shooting 47% from the field and 33% from 3 to go along with 7 assists. He did have a down year from behind the arc, but I think he's going to come back to that Devin Booker we know. DeAndre Ayton didn't shock a lot of people in his rookie season, but was exactly what we expected. He managed to get 16 points and 10 rebounds a game. The Suns have struggled over the past few seasons, but if this duo continues to grow, I think they can turn things around. The Dallas Mavericks at number 2 have my favorite young duo in the league, and that's Rookie of the Year Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Luka Doncic shot everyone in his rookie season, getting 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists a game. He is a great combination of scoring and floor general capabilities, and is the perfect player for the Dallas Mavericks to build around. On top of Luka, they might have given him the best pick and pop partner possible in Kristaps Porzingis. We didn't get to see Porzingis this past season due to injury, but the last time we saw him play, he was incredible, getting 23 points, 6 rebounds, over 2 blocks, while shooting 44% from the field and 40% from 3. I'm definitely going to be catching a lot of Mavericks games this season. There is no question who is the #1 young duo inside our parameters, and that's going to be Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets. Jokic has become a top 3 center in the league and might be the best passing big man we have ever seen. This past season, he got 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists a game while shooting 51% from the field, and it's not out of the question for Jokic to average a triple-double in an upcoming season. In just his 3rd year, Jamal Murray has become a solid scoring point guard, getting 18 points and 5 assists while shooting 45% from the field and 47% from 3. But that's the end of you guys. You guys give me your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and the shoutouts are gonna be Fixable 98, ET3 Baller, CJ the Amazing, The Dark, and Papa John. These shoutouts are from my gaming channel, so if you guys want to shout out on the next video, you got to go to Range Gaming, comment on the video, and I'll shout 5 of you guys out. With all that being said, hope you guys have a great day, and peace.